Reese. What?
Jesse's back. He was sick, and now he's back.
That's true. I was sick, and now I'm just tired. Oh, I hear my coffee percolating. Is that the right word? Yeah. What are we talking about, Reese? I'm excited. Is this going to be? Am I going to be titillated? And am I going to be amused? Am I going to be aroused? Am I going to be on the edge of my seat, gripping the parts of my desk that do not want to be gripped? What is it that you're going to tell? What story are you going to relay to my mushy brain today?
This story is wonderful in so many ways because it encapsulates the potential power of what the internet can do. It captures the sense of humor that the average Canadian can bring to everyday life. And also it then combines a sense of wonderment and joy that people experience with the incredible wildlife of Canada. And you mix all those three things together and we have just a wonderful story. It just brings an absolute tear to my eye. I
feel like you're fucking with me already.
It's an uplifting story. You're going to go, the Strait of Hormuz. And then you're going to listen to this and you're going to go, I don't give a shit. Blockade it. I don't care. I just had a good laugh and heard a good story on it. I was heartened by the wonderful kindness of people in the GTA.
Okay. All right.
I might be.
I thought you were fucking with me, but it sounds like you're not. Right.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Do you want to find out?
Yes, I do.
What makes Canada boring?
Have you ever seen the flag? It's a leaf.
£1 million to go to Canada.
Canada is boring. I was actually shocked. I mean, from all the countries they could choose from.
Do you like maple syrup?
No, I don't. These Canadians ain't got a care in the world.
Get my country's name out of your fucking mouth.
I was like, oh, he's in Canada. All right. Okay, you communist.
The country needs you. I'm Canadian.
But don't feel bad for Canada. Believe me, this is their strategy.
I'll tell you another thing. The beer sucks.
Don't run off to Canada. It's so boring there.
Hello and welcome to Canada is Boring. My name is Reese Waters. With me is the recovering Jesse Harley.
Oh, I'm doing much better now. It's just a shitty cold that didn't go away. It wasn't anything too horrible.
Sad.
So,
are you back?
I could call it sad. It was just.
Are you well now, my friend? Are you well now? Yeah, good. I'm glad you're well. Uh-oh. What's wrong?
My coffee's ready. I'm just going to pour it real quick.
Oh, God. Well, Jesse's gone. I just want to remind you to go to canadasboring.com where you can leave us a voicemail, review us, send us a message, sign up to our email newsletter where I promise you will very rarely get an email from us. Additionally, you can access our YouTube videos and our YouTube channel from canadasboring.com. But you can do the old-fashioned way, go on YouTube and search those videos. Additionally, the Patreon is accessible from that website where you can start to support us and become. There's multiple tiers, but the best tier that I would recommend is the PISS tier, which is the Podcast Invested Super Supporter. We've had a couple of new people this week sign up. Thank you very much. And that will unlock all of our old premium content. And there's even a little chat group that we drop into from time to time. And if people want to ask questions and stuff, I've literally got the app on my phone. And we can communicate there. I don't expect an immediate response. I do have a life, happily married with 3 kids. So, you won't be my priority, but I promise we will get in touch. So anyway, so I was just doing some plugs while you went to get your coffee, Jesse.
Oh, okay. Some plugs. So, what kind of plugs?
Hair plugs. It's getting a bit thin on top. I'm joking. I'm going to Turkey for hair. I'm joking. That's what everybody does on the internet these days. So,
true.
Yeah, Jesse, this little story happened. Do you know Yonge Street in a very famous street in Toronto?
Yonge Street, yeah.
Yonge.
It's not Young.
There's no U in it. It's not Young.
It's Young. It's pronounced Young.
I always said Yong because it's spelled Yong. Okay. Well, apparently I don't. So it was a much more innocent time. It was towards the end of Barack Obama's tenure as president of America. It was the pre-Trump years. Justin Trudeau was the rising star of the age.
What year was this?
2015.
Okay.
An optimistic time.
It was. Yeah.
The light before the dark.
Yeah. I'll say that.
Until Justin Trudeau turned evil and
started eating babies.
Exactly. And going to Coachella with Katy Perry.
He's living his best life, man.
So,
I can't fault him for anything he's doing right now.
So it was a summer morning in Toronto. It was the 9th of July, 2015, when, and this all happened on Twitter because it was still called Twitter then. Somebody posted this. It says,
just a dead raccoon.
There's a dead raccoon on the sidewalk outside 819 Yonge Street on the southeast corner of Church. So as you can imagine, it was very sad. It's not very nice to see a raccoon.
Feel like I've seen this story. I maybe I know what's coming, maybe, but I'm excited if it's what I think it is.
Okay, so then what happened is somebody posted a closer up picture, and this was 311 Toronto, and it said, "Thank you for letting us know. It was reported a short while ago and animal services have been notified." But if you look closely at this image, we shouldn't forget about the audio listeners.
That's
Jesse,
true. Yes.
Can you describe
everything? We'll describe
what we're looking at.
Oh, it's a dead raccoon on its back, 4 legs, just like up in the air in dead possum pose, but it looks like there's a piece of grass in its hand and a note or something.
And if you look at the first wider shot of the dead raccoon, you can't quite see anything.
It's just right by a bus. That's all, on the side of the road, right by the side of the road. The bus is stopped by it, and then the close up, it looks like there's, I don't know, it looks like there's a piece of grass in its hand. Is that it? Am I missing something?
No, that's it. So this was posted 4:17, and then at 4:18, I don't know if you can see, there's a little post-it note on his right shoulder.
That's what it is. It's okay. Yeah, there's a little tiny. Yeah.
Well, this is a close-in shot. So someone had stuck a post-it note on the dead raccoon saying, "Rest, dear raccoon. Help is on the way."
From the city.
From the city. So okay. Jason Wager said, "Excellent, thanks. Poor fella had a rough night." So essentially, people were kind of, somebody left a really heartened message on this dead raccoon as they walked past it on the side of the road. And then this is really where the magic started to happen. This is where a dead animal on the street went from being just a dead animal on the street waiting for someone to turn up with a shovel to throw it away and put it in somebody's food waste, into a wonderful moment that should be treasured by all, where Canadians showed their real nature and their real sense.
I do think I remember this story. Yes, I do remember this story. Okay, I love this so much.
Describe this image, Jesse, for the listeners who don't have eyes or visuals.
Well, how many minutes since the last one? The last image. It's 10:08. The last one was 4:18 p.m. and this one is 10:08 p.m. So this is getting into the evening now. All right. Well, it still looks like daytime, so I bet you it was taken earlier and then posted later because the sun is still up. There's the raccoon is now holding a rose. There seems to be I can only assume like a card at the bottom, like
sympathy card,
sympathy card, and a photo of another raccoon.
Framed photo of a raccoon.
a framed photo of a raccoon next to the dead raccoon. I do remember this, and I love this story so much because it just keeps.
And what I love is that it's obviously meant to be that raccoon. They've obviously got a stock image and printed it out, put it in a frame. Right. Someone's gone to a lot of effort, but it's like they try and remember that it was like, hey, remember the happier times? Here he is. This was his 18th birthday or whatever. So then Norm Kelly, who we've done
it's a funeral, photos of the person who's in the casket just around the funeral. Yeah. Okay.
How could things escalate from here? I hear you ask. Well, local politician who we've done an episode on before, Norm Kelly, who's got a good sense of humor, was posting about this. So he then went. So then they created a hashtag DeadRaccoonTO. And you'll notice there are more cards. There are more sympathy cards.
There's one more sympathy card, which is signed, and then the Dead Raccoon TO is also got something written on it in pink. This is amazing. Please make sure to post this to our YouTube because sometimes you forget, and that's fine. We don't have a huge YouTube following, but for people listening to this one, you're going to want to watch this one. This is a visual podcast episode for sure.
I zoomed in on the one sympathy card, and it just says, "Raccoon, hang in there, the gang."
This is fantastic.
Very, very optimistic.
Who was Norm Kelly again? Remind me about
he was
Norm
a very, I can't remember his entire life story. It was a long time ago, but he was just a politician with a great sense of humor.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
Some of his shenanigans. This one, "Sleep well, my sweet prince. People loved you and remember." And then you can see there's an added addition of a bunch. Someone's got a bunch of flowers. Either
people left like a marker by like the card and the piece of paper that says #DeadRaccoonTO, and people have been signing them now. And there's another flower. There's another flower.
And this is now 1:46 a.m. in the morning. So this raccoon has been there for hours and hours. Since 4 o'clock in the afternoon was the first time the video was posted.
I mean, to be fair, okay, a dead raccoon in Toronto is not going to sound the fucking alarms.
No,
like they're not going to drop everything that they're doing to maintain the city and rush to go clean up a dead raccoon. Like it's not shock and appall.
That is not the point. Oh, okay. So many people walked past this and went, "That is really fucking funny. I want to in on this joke."
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
How can people just constantly built on the fact that it's a dead raccoon. Sad. No one wants to see a dead animal on the street. But then people started to kind of like add this whole other thing on it, and people kept contributing. And the fact that like people left it there, and then like there were people who probably looked at it and questioned it, go, "Well, probably shouldn't touch that. It looks like a memorial." And then there were other people who were like, "This is great. Let's go to the graveyard and steal some flowers to take back to the raccoon." Or, let's go and buy a single rose, or let's go and print an image of a raccoon and buy a framed picture, or
That's
like
so funny,
or empty the picture of our children out and put the raccoon in there and leave it on the street. This will be great.
I love that so much.
But then Norm Kelly again.
Oh, and each of the tweets is ended with #DeadRaccoonTO.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. 2015, the internet was a much more innocent time. Now it
really was, honestly. And
now
like,
it's just face maxing and crypto bros, and
it is, man. I remember
people undressing women using grok.
I remember 2014 to me was like the peak of YouTube, just before everything started to fall away, like YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff, just like the downfall. I think 2014 was the peak, but we can get into that in the STD zone. Please continue.
And then this genius thing happened. It's a picture of a food waste bin with a lid open, and Norm Kelly underneath said, and he's talking about Toronto, residents are being asked to keep their green bins open tonight to honor the dead raccoon.
Oh, that's so fucking funny. Oh my God. And anyone who just hasn't been following and just sees this post out of nowhere, they're going to be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then they're going to click on #DeadRaccoonTO. They're going to be led down a rabbit hole.
But then
I love a politician with a good sense of humor, man.
I know, but I also love the idea of people going out and opening their food waste bins as a memorial.
If you love learning about all of Canada's weird shit and want to support Reese and Jesse, say hi or learn more, then visit CanadaIsBoring.com. Leave us a voicemail, watch our YouTube videos, connect to their social media accounts, buy our merch, all in one place. That's CanadaIsBoring.com. Enjoying this story? Falling in love with Jesse's rants? Concerned Reese is losing his accent? Then help grow Canada is Boring by massaging the algorithm with your beefy pipe fitter hands. Leave us a show review on Apple, an episode comment on Spotify, or leap over to YouTube and subscribe. Every little action means a whole lot to these attention-starved, loud mouths. So please help them continue to live this delusion. Otherwise, Jesse will fall off the rails and Reese will finally crash his Mustang into Halifax Harbor.
This PSA was brought to you by the Canadian Association of Seriously Self-Deluded Podcasters, or CanASP. Visit CanadaIsBoring.com to learn more.
But then, as darkness has fallen over the city as well, people started to light candles to make it look, to recreate a sensitive vigil.
Like a vigil.
Yeah, exactly. And under this one it says, "Come on, animal services," because it's still there. And you can see
three candles. There's
candlelit vigil being held for dead raccoon. There we go. So it's
so fucking funny, man. Again, by Norm Kelly, who's just like eating this up, and good for him for like, why not, right? Run with it.
And then someone took it up a notch even more. What can you see, Jesse?
There's a Jesus candle.
A Jesus candle. They sell those in Dollarama.
A lit Jesus candle.
Lit Jesus candle. And somebody put underneath, "That's just disrespectful. Animal Services notified again. Don't bring Jesus into it."
I love this so much. Oh my God.
So anyway, and then the next stage was a collection box. With a little note on it saying the proper authorities will only move this little fella when enough funds are raised. So somebody left a box where you could donate money.
Oh my God. There's like 2 candles have been burnt out and the other 2 are still going, which means that people like either brought more candles or relit candles that went out. Like, that's great. More people are signing the
There we go. And then there's more people turned up in the
because there's an actual photo of someone signing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this obviously was going viral on the internet. So I think people were actually seeking it out once they saw it online because we haven't got anything better to do with our lives. 2015 was a much more innocent time.
No, it's interesting because it doesn't. In none of the photos does it actually show where it is. Right. So like this had to grow via word of mouth. Right. I guess the comment section. Yonge Street. the comment section must have been like, "Where is this? Where can I go?"
Exactly. And then,
do you remember when Twitter used to be fun?
Well, this is it. This is when Twitter was fun and actual real people. Yeah. It wasn't. It was just those are the days, Jesse.
I just a quick side note of real people. My friend sent me a link to a Spotify song that she thought I'd find funny. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like a funny title. And I started listening to it. I'm like, there's no fucking way this isn't AI. And I Googled it immediately. It's like, it's not just AI. It's a whole AI artist. And I shut it out immediately. I'm like, fuck this. The fact, you know what bothers me more than it existing on Spotify is that one of my friends decided to fucking share it with me.
Did they even know though? Did they get tricked?
I don't think so. No. And that bothers me even more. But anyway, that's a different.
There you go.
We'll get into that.
and finally,
Animal Services arrived.
Body is now being taken away. This was
there's more roses.
6:23 a.m.
There was a single rose in its arm, and now there's what looks like a giant pile of roses next to him. and the candles are still lit.
And then someone was like, "Do you know what? I need to create a Twitter account for the raccoon." So the final post I've got here was actually from the dead raccoon at DeadRaccoonTO, saying, "Thank you for finally picking me up."
The Animal Services left everything else.
They did. No, they were like,
except no, they didn't. They took the cards. They took the cards. They left the candles and the flowers, but they took the cards.
The collection box has been kicked over.
Or emptied.
Or emptied. Yeah. They went and got a Tim's after this. The flowers have been discarded disrespectfully. The Jesus candle and the bunch of flowers are the only 2 things left in the middle. I kind of feel like,
I guess like that's an interesting question. Like, would that have been their they're the city animal, whatever they are. Would it have been their not right? Would it have been their responsibility to clean that up?
I don't know. It looks like someone was given a specific job to clean up a dead raccoon, and they just did that to the letter without any kind of any use of their own autonomous brain. To go, oh, maybe if we're going to clean up this dead raccoon, maybe we should also clean up his memorial.
Or maybe they thought we should leave the memorial where people get really mad. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to desecrate a shrine to a dead animal. Toronto. So yeah, that was the story. Yeah.
I loved it. I kind of my
internet Canadian sense of humor and like wonderment.
I'm curious.
What are you curious about?
I'm just gonna go to Twitter.
Are you looking to see if it's still there?
Yeah.
It's not. It's called X now.
You can still do hashtags, can't you?
Probably. You're looking for the dead raccoon.
Yeah, DeadRaccoonTO. Gee, hold on a second. I have to sign in. This is how much I use Twitter.
God.
Okay.
We do still have a Canada's Boring X account, but we just don't do anything with it anymore because it's such a horrible place to spend time.
It really is.
When for some reason I suddenly started getting kind of alt-right manosphere kind of posts without ever looking at that stuff or asking for it. When that started becoming every fifth post that came up in my feed, I was like, I don't like it here anymore. I don't need
Dead Raccoon. Let's see. When was the last post? Last post was 2021.
Nice. Dead Raccoon lives. The raccoon is dead. Long live the raccoon.
There's been more memorials like in 2020, February 20, 2020. Someone put up RIP 2019 to 2020. What's this? People have been like, people have been
amazing
talking on here for a while, man. Like, there's been posts of other dead raccoons on here. Like, there's been posts of raccoons on the subway. Like, someone made, oh my God, CBC News dedicated. Someone made a butter sculpture of that exact same dead raccoon on this Twitter account. This just goes further and further and further down the rabbit hole. Holy shit. Like, it didn't just stop when it was taken away. For years, people talked about this on that account.
It's really important to celebrate this kind of stupid shit. And it's what this show's all about.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. Thank you.
Want to do an STD zone?
Let's do an STD zone.
You are now entering the STD zone. Incoming STD. Loading small talk. Enhancing anecdotes. Dick jokes processing. You have reached the small talk dimension zone.
I've been in pain for the last week and a half.
Oh shit! Did you tell me this already?
I think I told you a little bit about it. So, my kids had a giant Lifetime basketball hoop of their parents for Christmas, of their grandparents.
What's a Lifetime basketball?
Lifetime is a brand. They make like outdoor equipment. And it's this big, heavy basketball hoop with like a clear perspex backing on it. It's a decent bit of kit. And I was putting up for them, and it fell on me, and it hit me in the lower back, not on the spine, but all the soft, juicy bits. And I have internal bruising, and it's.
What's that feel like?
It just hurts. Just inside pain, and it takes weeks to go away. That's the worst part. Like if you get
that sucks because you have to move, right? It's not like
exactly.
I'm not going to move this arm, and I'll just get this arm steady and not touch anything with that arm. It's your whole fucking body.
Trying to sleep the first few nights was a pain in the ass, but it's all good. I'm slowly getting better, but it did kind of knock me off my perch.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, that sucks, man. That's too bad.
But I'll finish putting it up once my back's better, because you can put rocks on it and fill it with water, and it's all heavy stuff. It hurts too much right now, Jesse.
Do you have a heating pad?
I had a hot water bottle.
Okay.
Old school.
That's very old school. Sure.
Old school. But I think it's more common in the UK because everyone has kettles. People in North America don't have kettles.
Oh, we don't, do we? I mean, we do, but we don't. We have to go find them. We don't know where we put them. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't get.
We've got one somewhere.
I don't get angry very often, but when people heat water up to make a cup of tea in the microwave, I feel like I want to go on some kind of just mindless killing spree.
It's interesting you say that because I wouldn't get angry, but I have a similar sort of repellent reaction to that as well. Like I have a kettle, I make tea, and when I make tea with the kettle.
Yeah.
And I've got a proper, miniature one-person teapot, which is great. Because I live alone and it's sad. No, I'm just kidding. But like,
look at me with my one-man teapot.
I wouldn't do it in the microwave either, even though I'm sure it's perfectly legitimate and doesn't change a thing.
No, it's not. It's not. Awful.
It interrupts the ritual. There's something about the ritual of it, right? Like,
and also like, but I think as well, I'm just like, yeah, but you heat like things up. What if you heated up fish in your microwave? What's that going to? That's going to like taint.
That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah.
You microwave all kinds of things,
What is it with the UK and tea? Like, where does that obsession start?
And coffee?
I don't think that's a Canadian thing.
I
think like all fucking countries love coffee just as much, almost equally.
I don't know. It's a cultural thing. It's just I mean, it's got caffeine in it. People drink a lot of tea. My wife drinks a lot of tea.
Yeah, but it's like you guys are known for it though, right? Like this is, you know what I mean?
I don't, it's just popular. I think coffee's grown in popularity in the UK. I think Canadians are much more coffee centric than they are tea centric. But I don't know what it is.
I'm hearing something weird. Oh, it's birds. That's what I'm not used to.
Have you ever been outside?
The sound of life outside. Yeah.
It's good. So like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I don't drink that much tea comparative to most British people. But even then, if I'm going to have a cup of tea, I'm going to do it properly with a kettle.
My friend Ryan says that he refuses to drink coffee because he refuses to put anything in his mouth that tastes like a horse's asshole. My first question to him was, how does he know what a horse's asshole tastes like?
Yeah, maybe there's a reason he's banned from the stables.
And then I remember that coffee enemas were a thing.
They were. They are. Right? People still have them.
People still do coffee enemas. And then I was like, what if you gave a coffee enema to a horse? You see where my mind went? It just kept going down this really horrible.
Yeah.
Crap. Yeah.
We need a lot of water. Imagine they've got a big cavity. It's nice. This is a lovely conversation, Jesse. Hey, do you want to talk politics for a second?
I mean, I guess.
Do you see Mark Carney has now got a majority?
No, I didn't know that.
So
that's what happened. Someone must have left from Conservative again.
A bunch of Conservatives have defected, and also he won a by-election, which means that they now have a majority government. They don't need anyone's support to pass anything.
That's wow. I mean,
Poilievre is still impressive. Poilievre is like just almost ignoring it. He's just like going, no, it's still good. I'm good. We're good. It's all good.
Amazing. That's literally, it's like
guys,
incredible.
We can still do this. I know we had that really big opportunity to have a government and I ballsed it up, but we can still do this. We're still good.
The funny thing is like, I think the reason my friend Ryan said this, he was following politics. He's the one who taught me a lot about like what's going on with Mark Carney and stuff. He's like, Carney wasn't a politician when he got into this,
No, he was used to
work behind the lines in finance. He ran several of the banks of fucking Canada. He got us out of.
He ran the Bank of England as well.
I think you told me that, yeah. And like he got, I forget the details, but he got people like I think he got Canada out of like an economic fucking crisis at one point, and actually successfully at that. And so like when he was running for prime minister, he wasn't running as like part of a party, as like an identity of like I am liberal or I am NDP or whatever like that. And he was applying as if it was a job. And they were specific, like the job is I've got to fix what's wrong with Canada, and with my extensive knowledge, I have the skills to do it, and I know what I need to do in order to accomplish the goal. And Ryan even said like if he had run as Conservative, that would have been the first time Ryan had voted conservative,
well,
right?
the thing
Like,
is,
you know what I mean? Like he didn't care the party that was associated with him. He just wanted the job.
He's kind of,
and now that he's got the job, he's kind of doing conservative things, and conservatives are like, oh, we like that. Even though you call yourself a liberal, you're still, and he's doing liberal things too. He's just doing things that need to be done.
he's definitely a centrist. He's probably more center right, but fiscally conservative and socially liberal, I guess would be the combo.
That's what Ryan said as well. That's a great combo.
In my head, is like, to most Canadians, like dream prime minister is someone who kind of like balances both those worlds.
That's honestly, to God, that's my perfect prime minister. Someone who's fiscally conservative, socially liberal. It's perfect. Just do that from now on.
Someone who doesn't get involved in culture wars, but at the same time, I think like, yeah, I mean, he seems to be doing really well, and Poilievre is still. Well, Poilievre's just be going on like Joe Rogan.
Because Poilievre, I mean,
why did Poilievre go on Diary of a CEO? He's never been a CEO. He's been like a lifetime politician.
That's so funny. But I mean, this is my point. He is proving the point that I've made a long time ago, which is he doesn't give a shit about the country. He doesn't give a fuck about the country. All he cares about is becoming the fucking prime minister. That's it. It's his lifelong goal, and he doesn't give a shit. Because right now, from what I understand, from what little my tiny brain understands about politics, which isn't much, Mark Carney's doing a good job. From what I've been told from multiple sources, he's doing a good job, and the country is doing well because of it. And if Poilievre and he's doing conservative things. Conservatives are like coming over to his side because of it. They're like, well, you're just kind of doing what we wanted you to do anyway. I'll join you. Right? That's how much he's doing the things the conservatives want him to do. And Poilievre still can't go, you know what? Good job, man. You're doing a good job. Because it's not what he wants. He doesn't care about the country doing well. He just wants that position. That's it.
So you talking about Poilievre doesn't care? Or
what did I say? Yeah, I meant
Carney doesn't care.
No, I meant Poilievre. Sorry, yes.
Poilievre
doesn't care.
I don't. It's hard to know what he does care about. Apparently, MMA, according to his interview with Joe Rogan, was. I didn't.
Poilievre was on Joe Rogan. You're shitting.
Didn't know this. Yes,
are you fucking kidding?
He gave him a kettlebell with a maple leaf on it as a gift, and all he talked about was how much he loves. He talked about how much he loves MMA, but I feel like what he did is he read a book on the history of MMA and studied it and memorized it, because I feel like he's the kind of person who would.
Who Joe Rogan or Poilievre?
Poilievre. Okay, I feel like Poilievre's the kind of person.
Because I mean, either one I can believe.
I feel like Poilievre is the kind of person who's good at exams and like reading a book and then sharing the information. I don't know why he just got that look about him. Only when he wears glasses, but but what he did was he kept dropping references and things to like MMA's history, and I felt like it felt really hollow. It felt like,
of course,
he'd studied MMA.
Of a human, like he doesn't know.
Go on there and go, wow, alpha males love MMA. If I read these 2 books on MMA and go on Joe Rogan and talk about these obscure people from the history of MMA, and Joe Rogan will like me and he'll want to be my friend, and then the other big boys will like me too.
It's so dumb. I've changed my mind on since we're talking about Joe Rogan. I've changed my mind about Joe Rogan. I didn't used to like him. I wasn't like a Joe Rogan fanboy at all. But now I kind of do see. I see more of who he really is, which is like, he's a lovable caveman, right? He'll believe whatever the fuck you tell him. Now he will push back sometimes. I have heard him push back. I have heard that I have heard that happen. And the whole reason I would bring up Joe Rogan before was not because I liked Joe Rogan, or not because I liked what Joe Rogan stood for or anything like that. I saw an example of someone doing a thing that I didn't see anyone else doing. And you and I have talked about this, and I've talked with other friends about this, which was Joe Rogan.
About Joe Rogan again.
No. I'm just saying that like changed my mind about it, and how people have reacted to my mind changing, and how it's mind boggling. Like this psychology behind this is mind boggling.
All we're going to do now is get you off your obsession with Alex Jones.
Fuck Alex Jones. Man is a fucking rat of a human being. I was just saying, like, when I would talk about it, I was bringing it up as an example of like something that I never see before. I just don't see, which is like someone providing an example of showing you like, hey, look, it is okay to converse socially and calmly with people you disagree with. That now see, listen, that's pointing a finger at Joe Rogan. I'm pointing a finger at that example of it is okay to converse with people you disagree with, because right now it's like, it's black and white. You are either with me or against me. And if you don't believe what I believe, I'm going to kill you. Like that's the sentiment we've got in the world right now. And it's horrible. Back in the 50s, when politics weren't so black and white, you could have people over to a dinner party.
Unless you were black or white.
Well, yeah, isn't that funny? But like, yeah, you could have someone, who is like of a different political leaning than you, and bring them to a dinner party, and you could have a civil discourse. Yeah. That's gone. And that's the whole reason I would bring up Joe Rogan as an example. But whenever I would say the words Joe Rogan, this is all people would hear. Oh, do you know that, like, this is why I like what Joe Rogan is doing. Womp, 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 womp. Joe Rogan, womp, 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 womp. And people would think I was a fucking monster because they wouldn't hear any of the other fucking words that came out of my mouth. They just heard the words Joe Rogan, and then suddenly Jesse's an awful human being. And then I started listening to Joe Rogan's again. I was like, no, he really is kind of an idiot. He doesn't know. He doesn't have any, like, and then I started saying that, and people were like, oh, Jesse's pretty cool again. Again, not hearing any other fucking words coming out of my mouth. So I'm like, all right. Like,
I'll just,
you know what I mean? Like,
path of least resistance. I don't like him anymore. They like me again. It's good.
Yeah. It's just because of, you know what I mean? It's so fucking sad. So like, anyway, do what you're going to do, people, I guess.
Thank you for listening. Go to
Thank you for listening. We love you.
Go to CanadaIsBoring.com. If you've taken photo of a dead animal, email it to us. CanadianPoliticsIsBoring@gmail.com. We'd love to see the dead animals and the shrines you've built in their honor.
Yeah, and if you have a speak pipe for the Dead Raccoon in Toronto, we'd love to play that. If you go to CanadaIsBoring.com, I tried to find it. It was hard to find. Where do you leave a voicemail in CanadaIsBoring.com? Who knows? Oh, well, if you look around like Where's Waldo fucking painting, there's a little microphone icon somewhere on the page. Go and find it. Isn't that a fun game? And that's how you leave us a fucking voicemail. Not that I'm upset about that. That's totally fine.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
A place that's exciting with kryptonite. You may fall asleep with no warning because Canada